Why the UK economy is in trouble. Key factors and their impact on people. The UK economy is grappling with significant challenges that affect the lives of ordinary citizens. While economies worldwide are facing turbulence, the UK's situation is exacerbated by unique structural issues and policy dynamics. Here are three major factors contributing to the economic crisis and their effects on people. 1. Rising gilt yields and 10-year bond troubles. The yield on UK gilts or government bonds has been climbing sharply, particularly for 10-year bonds, signaling a lack of investor confidence in the economy. Higher yields mean the government has to pay more to borrow money, leading to increased public spending on debt interest. Why it matters. As the cost of borrowing rises, the government faces limited room for fiscal maneuvering, restricting its ability to invest in critical areas like healthcare, infrastructure, and social services. Impact on people. Rising gilt yields push up borrowing costs for mortgage, loans, and credit cards. Homeowners with variable rate mortgage or those remortgaging are seeing significant increases in monthly payments, straining household budgets. 2. Mounting national debt. What's happening? The UK's national debt has surpassed 100% of its GDP, reaching levels not seen since the post-World War II era. A combination of pandemic-related spending, energy subsidies, and inflationary pressures has contributed to this staggering figure. Why it matters. A high debt-to-GDP ratio reduces the government's financial flexibility, making it harder to address future crises or invest in economic growth. Rating agencies may downgrade the UK's credit rating, further increasing borrowing costs. Impact on people. Higher debt servicing costs mean less money for public services like the NHS, education, and welfare programs. Austerity measures, including spending cuts and potential tax hikes, are likely to hit middle and low-income households the hardest. 3. Persistent inflation and cost of living crisis. What's happening? UK inflation remains stubbornly high compared to other developed economies. Energy prices, food costs, and housing expenses have risen dramatically, eroding disposable incomes. Why it matters. Central banks, like the Bank of England, have raised interest rates to combat inflation, which, while necessary, exacerbates the cost of living crisis. Impact on people. Families are struggling to afford essentials, with many turning to food banks. Wage growth, though improving, has lagged behind inflation, reducing real purchasing power. Pensioners and those on fixed incomes are particularly vulnerable. Key impacts on ordinary people. Rising mortgage costs. Increased interest rates have pushed mortgage payments to unaffordable levels for many, with repossessions on the rise. Diminished public services. Budget cuts mean longer waiting times for healthcare and reduced access to social support. Economic inequality. The crisis disproportionately affects low and middle income groups, widening the wealth gap. Strong advice to ordinary people. 1. Build an emergency fund. Prioritize saving at least 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses to cushion against financial shocks. 2. Reduce debt. Pay down high-interest debts as quickly as possible to avoid escalating costs. 3. Diversify income sources. Explore side hustles, freelance work, or part-time jobs to supplement your income. 4. Focus on budgeting. Track your expenses and prioritize necessities like housing, food, and healthcare. 5. Invest wisely. Consider low-risk investments to preserve capital and avoid speculative ventures during economic uncertainty. By taking proactive steps, individuals can better navigate the challenges posed by the UK economic troubles and secure greater financial stability during these turbulent times. While the challenges facing the UK economy are undeniable, history has shown that resilience and adaptability can turn even the toughest situations around. By staying informed, making prudent financial decisions, and seeking opportunities for growth, you can protect yourself and your loved ones during these trying times. Remember, every storm eventually passes, and so will this economic turbulence. Focus on what you can control: your mindset, your choices, and your actions. Tough times often teach the most valuable lessons, and with determination and perseverance, brighter days are ahead. Stay hopeful, stay resourceful, and keep moving forward. You're stronger than you think.